Crescent Hotel and Spa. America's most haunted hotel. The Crescent Hotel and Spa, which first opened its doors in 1886, has seen hundreds of strange occurrences. In fact, it has been dubbed America's most haunted hotel. Given the hotel's history, it's no surprise. Aside from being a popular mountain resort, the property served as both a girls' college and a cancer hospital where Dr. Norman Baker claimed to have discovered the cure for cancer. An abundance of amazing experiences have always drawn the attention of paranormal researchers who travel to the property to study and research supernatural activity, as America's most haunted hotel has been announced by ghost hunters and ghost adventures. While the history of the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs is full of ghost stories, what makes it America's most haunted hotel is today's activity and the throngs of paranormal investigators who come every year in January to exhibit findings. Many parapsychologists believe that limestone has the ability to absorb and discharge electromagnetic and psychic energies. The hilltop where the hotel is located is largely limestone. The huge stones used in the construction of the hotel's body, which are 18 inches thick, are also made of limestone. These elements, taken together, may be responsible for the high levels of paranormal activity reported at the hotel. During your stay, you may experience strange things happening in your room. The most common complaint is that guests feel as if they are being watched. Doors open and close by themselves, voices are heard when no one is around, and visitors report seeing apparitions. A recurring oddity occurs on the third floor, where the hotel connects to an extension built onto the building when it was a hospital. The region has been labeled as a doorway to the other side. On the nightly ghost tour, several people have fainted and a few have passed out briefly, for no obvious reason. The events occur in bursts, with occurrences occurring at regular intervals for many weeks or months before disappearing again for some time. Guests turn deathly pale and faint against the wall before slumping down slowly. Even though losing consciousness is brief and complete recovery is immediate, it tends to bolster the hotel's legendary supernatural tie. The figure of a man named Michael has been sighted in room 218 by housekeepers and guests have heard him moving about at night. At the 2021 Paranormal Weekend, a complete body apparition was captured on camera with the aid of a ghost hunting gadget known as a laser grid, which creates pinpoints of lights. If no light or multiple lights are present, it's because they're being blocked by something. The picture was taken while an amateur investigator investigated the crystal dining room. A figure had been reported sitting on the windowsill waiting for someone in this area, and now it has been confirmed. From 1937 until 1939, the Norman Baker Cancer Curable Hospital was located at 75 Prospect Avenue in Eureka Springs. Thanks to relics such as hospital brochures, letters, and stories told by family members of hospital patients as well local citizens who lived through those days when terrible events were taking place in that ancient hotel that sits on top of the mountain above downtown, much is known about this native Iowan's medical facility. Stories like these have been told and retold over the years, but there was nothing that one could hold in their hands and say, "Look, here's proof." On a chilly Tuesday morning in February 2019, a hospital dump was unexpectedly discovered on the property's far northeast corner, and more than 500 pieces of hard evidence emerged from the hotel's grounds. The hotel's head gardener was preparing the soil for a mulch location. She noticed strange-looking bottles blended in with the dirt while making her first scoop of her tiny front-end loader. With great foresight, she stopped and investigated further after seeing what could be discovered. A perfect fit was discovered by comparing the exposed bottles to a Baker Hospital marketing image. The Baker Hospital trash dump had been located. The Arkansas Archaeological Survey, AAS, was asked to perform a full excavation, which would record everything that was discovered. Their formal archaeological dig quickly revealed that the site was not a dump of bottles over a ridge but rather a carefully dug pit used by the hospital to bury and hide all the bottles inside. The tunneling activity halted when the count of 500 bottles, some broken but the majority in excellent condition, was completed. The team suspects that the dump may be larger than their stopping point limits, and it becomes official. What was thought of as simply a landfill has now become the Baker Cancer Curable Hospital Midden. The results were beyond spectacular in their scope and immensity, as evidenced by the following list: serum-style bottles that appear to contain the mythical cure that Baker gave to his patients. The elixir's recipe included brown corn silk, red clover, ground watermelon seeds, peppermint leaves, glycerin, and carbolic acid. Baker's 16mm promotional films, with one frame clearly legible and the words "Before Baker treatments" are shown. The apparent fleshy tissue still floats in the preservation liquid. These medical specimens, it would appear, are tumors and other cancerous tissues that Baker would demonstrate to potential patients as a result of other people's surgery. There are still numerous apothecary jars containing various mixtures and/or chemicals. The finest inventoried specimens are now on display in the hotel's morgue, where it is said that Baker conducted autopsies and post-mortem experiments. When Baker kept bodies and components, this was the location of his original autopsy table and walk-in cooler. Before the discovery of all this proof, the 1886 Crescent Hotel ghost tours were spectacular, with nightly sellouts being quite common. However, after the inclusion of these bottles of Baker's formulas and the horrific-looking, fleshy medical specimens, the hotel's trips have grown even more terrifying and in demand. If you're looking for a truly unique and haunted experience, the Crescent Hotel and Spa is the place for you.